If obesity is a problem for you, if you are addicted to food and you cannot control your tongue, then try yoga. I have personally experienced it. Ever since I started doing yoga, I felt a change in my appetite. My appetite came down to 60%. 60%. That means there was a reduction of 40% of food. It was quite dramatic to me. And all at once I felt a bit uneasy, in fact, because so much loss of appetite, I was a bit afraid it might cause some problems. And I began to believe that yoga is not healthy. But again, because I wanted to experiment further with it, so I went on. The more I tried yoga, one thing I began to realize, that unlike other forms of workout such as jogging or running early in the morning or going to gym, yoga works differently. Because I have tried all this, gymming and running, playing, most of these forms actually exhaust us. Obviously, because calories are burnt, one feels refreshed, energetic. But yoga works very differently. Yoga actually releases the internal energy which is stored up there inside, because it works right at the core. I repeat, yoga works at the core. So the energy which is accumulated there is all of a sudden released. So doing yoga makes you feel so rejuvenated. And it happened with me. And because I was already feeling so rejuvenated, so refreshing, the need for food became less. And I keep repeating it, 40% less is quite an amount. And in the beginning, my mind could not accept it, because mind revolted and there was all kinds of fears. Slowly and slowly, I adapted to this new change. And my diet, the day diet only consisted often it consisted of fruits, dry fruits, and a glass of milk. And throughout the day, I felt very light, very fresh. And sometimes when the old habit thrust itself, I realized that I felt choked full, and I felt nauseating, vomiting. So this was a phase of experiment. And then again, even night meal also came down. And then when I weighed myself, although I don't weigh much, but whatever little, when I weighed myself, I was perfect. And this was truly a wonderful discovery. Unless I had tried yoga, I always felt that yoga was just a kind of exercise. So you may choose any kind of exercise that suits you. But I became immensely interested in particularly breathing exercises, Nadi Shodhan, Omkar, Kapalbhati, and slowly, yoga absorbed me. And I have never ever been so regular about any other form of workout other than yoga. Otherwise, somehow I would convince myself 5 days a week is enough. One should relax twice a week. One can let go for 2 days. But yoga was so attractive, so absorbing. I could not drop it even once a week, and I continued it. Again, there is one point to remember. Listen, we do not need always all the amount of food that we eat. Why do we eat? We think we eat because we need energy. But most often, eating has become a kind of habit. So we eat out of habit more than out of need. I repeat, we eat more out of habit than out of need. So sometimes when the body does not need, the mind forces it to eat and its argument is always that last day and for last 20-30 years you have been eating this much amount of food, then you must carry on. If you did not take this much food, you might fall sick. So this is an argument mind always gives us. And these arguments actually form our habits. Mental arguments form our habits. And this is why it is strongly advised to include meditation in yoga. When you do yoga meditatively, when you include meditation, when you bring in meditation into yoga, it is a perfect miracle. There cannot be a better miracle than this. It's a supreme miracle. Yoga and meditation. Meditation makes you conscious, and the little changes that are being brought about by yoga, meditation helps us to perceive those changes and then to receive them. First perceive, then receive them. And once those changes are received, the whole body starts behaving very differently. First of all, because less food goes in, one feels light. Now, next point is, the less we eat, the less we sleep. It's very simple, just try to say this. What happens when you wake up after a long sleep? You simply feel light. So if you feel light already, you do not have to sleep. Whenever you feel heavy, you want to sleep more. And excessive food creates a kind of heaviness. This is why you sleep more. Now see, half of the time we are eating and rest of the half of the time we are sleeping. And this is what we are making of our life. So the people who say that yoga is meant for holistic growth, it does not keep body healthy. It does not keep the body healthy only. It makes you happy. So health and happiness both come from yoga. So try yoga. It is not only limited to body, but it functions, it energizes all the dimensions of human existence.